Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 27th. Let's see what's going on for you this week. And, definitely check out astrojar.com, as always, this week for more awesome astrologers and readers. But, having said that, let's get into your reading here. Let's see here. So you start off with the Five of Hearts. Five of Hearts represents jealousy at work. So if people are jealous of you, this is jealousy to be ignored, by the way. So just ignore it. People might be jealous of you getting a raise, dating somebody that everybody else wants to date, something like that. So again, it's jealousy to just be ignored. It also has kind of like a flip side meaning, which is that it can represent love, new love coming in for some of you. So it could represent the birth of a new relationship. Fives are birth cards, but so again, that's going to be just for some of you out there. But again, if it's a jealous type situation, just ignore it. Next, as always, you have a clubs card here. Some of you dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or mostly this card represents Leo, though, really. So it doesn't really represent like Aries or Sagittarius, really. It's mostly just Leo. So some of you might be dealing with a Leo and might have to be dealing with their energy. For the rest of you, this is a very good card of becoming an authority, wanting to become an authority figure on some sort of topic. I always say this is also a card of getting more focused on something. And so, what that means is like you could be, and this is, let me back up and just say this is so that you can become an authority on something. So again, if you're going to school, you might be going to school for like cooking, but when this card comes up, you might actually get even more focused and go for, Italian or something like that, where you really focus on just one specific type of cooking. So again, a lot of you might be focusing your careers or focusing just how you make money in a lot of ways to become more of an authority with this card. Next, you have the Nine of Spades. Nine of Spades is a card of thinking about past disappointments. But again, you have this 5 here. I want to say this happened in your monthly reading for March. Whenever you have a 9 and 5, it represents a blessing in disguise. But it can also represent you just realizing how some difficulties that you went through in the past are a blessing in disguise. Sometimes the cards come up like this, and I think it's like the universe just saying, hey, remember how you were, mad about this situation not working out, or something along those lines, and now you can finally see like why it didn't work out and what the purpose was and how you are in a different space. So again, this isn't always a bad card to me. Sometimes it's just a kind of like a reminder of something that you went through in the past. Next, you have the Seven of Hearts card of doubts, having doubts about whether something will work out. So let those doubts go. I always say sevens are internal fears that do not exist. It can also represent somebody who is interested in you but is very kind of like on the fence at the same time. So maybe having like somebody who's interested in you but you're like they're just kind of like hot and cold. It can also represent wanting. It could just represent feeling a lack of love. So some of you might be dealing with that this week as well. Next, you have the Ten of Spades. Ten of Spades actually is a card that I look at as a card of having carried a heavy burden for a very long time, but it's also like a death card. It says you're like finally moving past a lot of difficulties. You're finally going to be getting past a lot of these things. So I kind of look at it as a very good card. It can also just represent worry, like being worried about something that you don't need to be worried about, like thinking about something that you just don't need to be thinking about. So definitely, let those worries go. You end with a great card, Ace of Diamonds. Ace of Diamonds represents, more money, more prosperity coming in. Also, just a card of kind of change in a lot of ways. Just represents changes and represents stepping off onto a new path. It can also represent good news coming in. So you do have a couple of these, like, I don't want to say bad news cards because they're not really bad news. I don't think your reading is negative this week. I don't think these are bad cards, but you might be feeling like that. You might be feeling that, but I think by the end of the week, things are actually going to be looking up for you. So it looks like a great week. Thank you for watching.